We've got breaking news tonight in the Marckel Ross murder trial.
The Capitol Heights honor roll student was killed on his way to school 2 years ago. Well, tonight a jury has found Travon Bennett guilty of the murder.
Robert LYLES live from the courthouse in Upper Marlboro tonight, where the verdict was delivered late this afternoon. Robert, fill us in.
Well, Leon, as you just mentioned, Marckel Ross was so excited about getting to high school back in September 2012 that he left home early. But the honor student never made it. He was robbed and gunned down while still in his school uniform. Now, some 2 years later, or almost 2 years later, and after a very complicated trial, his accused murderer, Travon Bennett, was just found guilty of second-degree murder and armed robbery. Now, here's how it played out. Travon Bennett was arrested last February, not for murder, but instead street robbery. The gun used in that street robbery proved to be a windfall for police because that gun was a match for the gun that shot and killed Marckel Ross. But that made this case circumstantial. Prosecutors needed witnesses to prove Bennett robbed and murdered Marckel Ross while on his way to Central High School. They found those witnesses in both a jail inmate and Travon Bennett's own friend, a man who'd been shot in the chest during a robbery. But the defense argued the witnesses struck deals with prosecutors in exchange for their testimony and that there was no evidence placing Bennett at the scene. The jurors then had to prove reasonable doubt, and prosecutors say it was the police that guided them through this complicated trial.
They found the gun, they found the witnesses, they tracked down the alibis. We had a recording from inside the correctional center. They did everything they had to do.
It took a while for us to develop suspects, but we worked together with the police department, and today is a very gratifying day to bring this young man to justice.
This was a 4-day trial. Prosecutors tell us that the jury rendered their verdict in just 2 hours. They say that proved overwhelmingly that Travon Bennett was guilty. As for the two men who offered testimony against Bennett, each of them have pled guilty to lesser charges, but they both face sentences anywhere from 25 to 40 years behind bars. That is the latest live in Upper Marlboro. I'm Robert LYLES, ABC 7 News.